craft brews and casual conversations.
And Carissa.
Oh, God. My name is Drew.
I'm Rob.
This is Dudes with Brews on a Porch.
You're about to hear the greatest show of your life.
Dude.
Dudes with brews on a porch with Rob and Drew.
Hello, darling. How are you?
Hello, darling.
You have handfuls of groceries. Phil.
Here. Let me help you.
Phil is he's coned. His testicles are gone. He's jumping all over the place. We got a frozen pizza for dinner because that's how we roll. Yeah, there's a lot. Rob's helping out. He's not helping out at the podcast though, which, in my opinion, is a little more important right now. Creating quality content than
helping me with the groceries?
yeah, talking to the mic if you're gonna speak.
I bet you they heard that just fine.
Said I don't want to speak anymore. Why not? Because I don't want to.
Oh, she's bringing the sass. She's bringing the groceries and she's packing the sass. Did they charge you extra for the sass? All right. Yeah, he is. Phil says that. So things have gone off the rails here and continue
Early
to do
on.
so. As we're drinking Sneaky Tiki. This is from Rockwall Brewing. Excuse me. I'm dying. 9.9 ABV, nothing on the IBUs. Doesn't really have a lot of information. It's a killer punch style cocktail, pineapple, coconut, and a hint of nutmeg. It is a beer. It's just like a malt beer.
Yeah, I don't know what. I don't know how I feel about the look of this. Hint of nutmeg makes me nervous.
Why?
I don't know why. Just does. Those are my feelings. And I'm sticking with them.
Yeah, that's fine. Well, it's very orange, Rob.
Is the beer itself orange?
Yeah. Rob, I don't like the way this smells.
It has a multitude of smells coming at me from this small.
It smells like a mixer, dude. I don't like. Oh man, I'm gonna have flashbacks of me vomiting last Sunday. I puked 3 times after the Packer game. 3 times.
Yeah.
Yeah. Drank a lot, and I don't like.
Sure, that's why you puked.
100% why I puked. I don't want to. I don't want to do it again. I decided throw up like that again. I don't like. I hate drinking to the point
That's
where
a game.
you
It's
just
a
get
you know
so
having
drunk, but I did.
a game
Let's
like
try
that.
this.
You should probably only have once in your life.
That game, yeah, the game itself was pretty mediocre. For
Yeah.
what took place in the field, boy, majestic.
I don't even know if I saw the second half of it.
It was so boring, dude. They almost lost. The Redskins almost came back. One of the
That's
worst
right.
teams in the league.
That's right. Because I called you that day. I had a crisis.
That's already. Oh yeah. Well, let's talk. Let's sip this
we'll
shit.
get into this beer first.
This is disgusting.
This is not good.
Oh my god.
I'm very sorry. The aftertaste is not bad.
Babe, try this and tell me what you think.
Be honest.
This is not beer.
I agree.
I agree as well.
Is it?
It's a malt beverage. It's a malt beer. It's gross.
It is very gross.
What does it taste like?
I can't put my finger on it, but apparently
Pineapple, Comac,
yeah,
and a hint
coconut.
of nutmeg. This tastes like,
It tastes like a mixed drink.
yeah, it tastes like a mixed drink.
A bad mixed
All right.
Because it's got the wrong. Well, you know what? This is I drank a pickle beer. You drink this,
The pickle beer was better than this.
maybe.
Yeah. So let's. I have a cold, as you can tell.
And I will have one tomorrow.
Let's talk about. You want to talk about your crisis that you had that you called me? Let's
do it.
I was like 8 or 9 deep, and at that point,
Yep.
so
And you pulled me out of it.
I did, huh? All right, let's walk me through it.
All right. So I went to church on that particular Sunday.
Okay. What does the denomination matter?
It doesn't, because I don't think that that's what gave me a anxiety / panic attack or whatever it was that I had.
Okay, I'm gonna die.
But it was like Unitarian Universalists.
I don't know what that means, but all right.
It's non-denominational.
Oh, fair enough.
Like goes back. I know more about the history of it than I should probably, but
Right.
it's my brother's church. Seem like good people there. But man, yeah, I got in there and they started doing their little spiel,
Okay.
their little priest
Like
talking
a
to the
sermon.
sermon.
Yeah, yeah, I think that's what it's called.
That's the word.
Now, I'm not very knowledgeable when it comes to like religious stuff. I have my opinions. I used to be pretty vocal about them. I don't like to be so much anymore, unless between friends, I'll crack a joke here and there. And I like when it comes to my grandma, when my grandma says like religious stuff to me, I just say stuff that I know is going to annoy her.
Okay.
And because I think it's funny. So I'm pretty ignorant, and I don't. If it makes you a good person, I'm 100% for it. Just wanted to throw that out there.
No, I got you. That's my problem with it, I think, is that somehow people think that believing in it makes you a good person.
Well, they can if they live better because of it, or if it helps them get out of a funk or a bad situation, and something they can turn to.
I get that. That makes sense to me.
you like some string cheese?
If it's no, I'm good. Thank you. If it's the rules you're going by, that's one thing. But if it's just the fact that you go to a building every week and somehow that makes you better than me,
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
I'm not down for that.
Okay.
But this isn't, and this isn't that kind of church. They really aren't like that. But it's just standing in a room with people who have songs memorized and sing together and do things it's like the ritual of it like struck me at my core.
Right.
And I was like free. Like when I was in high school, I definitely I went to a lot of different churches trying to find some type of something.
That's good.
Never found it in a church.
Okay.
It's something about the idea of faith I always wanted to have, but never figured out how to get. And I don't know if it was because it had been 20 years, 15 years since I'd been gone to a church mass or sermon or whatever you want to call it. Mm-hmm. It was that started me down this bad path of I was drenched in sweat.
Really?
Yeah, I was drenched.
What was it anything specifically, or was it something said to you? Was it?
No. I mean, everybody was nice. It was just being. There were a couple things to it, and I dissected this in my head afterwards quite a bit.
Ashton ate the last one, so I didn't know it was empty.
On Crustables?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. It's a huge box.
Ashton got the last one out of the freezer by himself. Mm-hmm. I didn't know it was empty.
Sure.
Genetics.
Where did he learn that from?
He's 6 years old.
Yeah, where did he learn it from?
It doesn't matter. Rob is confessing things.
Yeah, so I don't remember. Anyway, so I've always had a problem with the ritual behind it. But then also, there's this crazy, have you ever been in a situation where you're just, in awe of the fact that people are willing to be vulnerable in front of other people?
Sure.
Has that ever made, that's kind of
I think it's a hard thing to do.
Yeah, these people were able to do that and be.
It's not a bad thing.
Yeah, I don't know. I've had bad experiences with that where it's hey, here's this thing about this thing, and then a week later, let's make fun of Rob about that thing that he deeply fucking.
Sure.
Hey, here's a thing that shakes his core. Let's poke it.
Yeah.
And so there are a lot of people that are getting up and just they had this little section that was like concerns and what's a C word for good things?
A C word for good things?
Yeah.
Congratulatory?
It wasn't that.
Courageous?
No. Complimentary? No.
Complimentary? Yeah.
I don't know what the word was, but they have this little thing
like a
where
fucking
anybody can get up
Crossword
and
puzzle.
say their little, like, say, hey, this is what, please pray for this, or hey, this happened to me, so that was good. And I don't know, that really sent me over the edge. And
really?
And then Mike and Kayla got up, and the reason I went was because my brother was talking about his spiritual journey and how he came to find himself at that church, and so did Kayla, and it was just I don't know, it really really hit me hard, and I called you because I knew that you would pull me back to reality, which you promptly did.
I don't remember what I said.
You said, don't, I know one of the things you said was, you don't drink that Kool-Aid, Rob. And I was like, they did offer me refreshments and I did turn them down.
That was a joke.
Yeah.
But
no, it worked out well because that's how it ended. Was them asking, well, are you okay? Do you want, cause they could see it on me. I was wet with sweat.
Why do you think that is?
It
doesn't sound like it wasn't a bad experience. It was, people weren't like pressing you for.
I think it was an overly good experience, honestly.
Yeah.
Like the amount of trust in the room threw me into a free fall of uncomfortable. Like how could people trust each other this much? And not worry about being judged harshly, or how do you allow yourself to be yourself in front of all these people openly and not worry about it?
But you're openly about yourself on the podcast. Strangers you've never met in your life.
And this is why I missed the last half of the game, because Mike called me to make sure I was okay, and I ended up talking to him about this for like an hour, and I was like, for whatever reason, on the podcast, I have no problem saying.
Is it just because it's just you and I normally and a couple other people sometimes? But I mean, the idea of,
I think
other people in different states listen to this, different countries listen to this. Is it? But you don't, maybe because you don't experience them hearing it.
Yeah, I think that might be it. I think I just do better in conversations with 2 or 3 other people.
Sure.
Because I can delude myself into thinking that it's not I don't know. There's something about it being more personable that way.
Yeah.
Whereas when you put that out to a room full of people, I don't know. I haven't been able to
the instant judgment of a group full of people versus, that you can see. Yeah. Versus somebody who you can't.
Yeah. It's just, the people, it's like we don't get a whole lot of feedback from the people on the podcast. And
Jonathan emailed us back. He emailed us about the convenience stores in Finland.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. He gave me a good list.
Oh yeah.
And
you got a name?
Yeah, there's a couple different ones, but I'll try to find them. But I think that's interesting. Are you interested in giving the search for whatever it is you were looking for a shot again? Like whether it's to gain faith in something, to be more spiritual, maybe even just be more self-aware or more in touch with yourself. Is that something like you want? Because there's a lot of different organized groups, whether it's religion, whether it's a state of mind or something like that offer, I think a lot of people help. Like a lot of I
agree, yeah.
Because a lot of people that are religious too, I think it helps them. Maybe if they're not super preachy about it, like if they stay in line and really follow these rules, these guidelines, and they do help others, and it makes them feel good, but also it empowers them while they're empowering other people. I don't see anything wrong with religion.
I don't either. And some of it comes down to where the religion forms from and
Yeah.
but I think honestly I do like it did wake me up to the fact that like there is something that I'm trying to find in terms of a community. I don't think I'm going to find it in a church personally, because I do have a real problem with the way that most congregated religions tend to. I just that the ritual of it gets to me a little bit.
Your life is a ritual, though, man. I mean, your weekly life every day is a ritual. You know what I mean? Like Monday through Friday, we get up, we do the same things, go to the same places, interact with the same people. Hopefully for the betterment of yourself and maybe the betterment of other people.
But isn't that part of why, like,
maybe that's why you don't like it? Maybe like
I like the idea, like
to break the mold.
I think the idea of it becoming, because we do that, but we don't even think about it. You forget your drive to work because you take it every day. All of a sudden you'll go, crap, did I run any red lights today? Because I don't remember driving to work. What if that's your spiritual journey? Like, oh, yep, Sunday, get up, go to church, But I'm
saying maybe because it feels so ritualistic to you, maybe that's why it turns you off because of that. Because it's like, oh, I do the same shit over and over every single day. You're looking for something to break you out of that mold. You're looking for the one little speed bump, so to say, in your weekly life or your daily life. You go to this congregation, you see they're all kind of doing the same thing, and you're just like, yeah, I can tell they do this week in, week out. Like they just repeat the same thing over and over. Which
I talked to Mike about, and apparently they changed. Like they picked specific songs based on what Mike's life, like what they were talking about in their speech. Sure. And, it made me feel a little bit better about the situation personally. And that's Mike's thing, and if it helps him and makes him happy and puts him on the right path, that's good.
Right.
And I have no problem with that. I'm not I would never preach to somebody like, what you think you're a good person because you believe in rules ordained by somebody. And that's like this place. I think everybody there is kind of like a different background. Like some of them are spiritualists, some of them are Buddhists, some of them are I think Kayla even said that she has a lot of pagan / Wiccan values or whatever.
Sure.
And
I don't know a lot about that. I know, but I have been to a non-denominational church service before, and honestly, it was probably out of all the ones I've ever been to in my life, that was the most memorable because it was just crazy. Like people are everywhere. People are dancing, singing, they're feeling whatever energy is in there. They're feeling it. And, at the end, they all just kind of go up to these representatives and they spill their guts or whatever. And I was like, wow, I went to one of those big televised ones in Phoenix, Arizona one time.
Oh, wow.
It was a whole different world of religion that I didn't know existed. Well, I did, but I experienced it.
Yeah, experiencing it firsthand and this wasn't like that, obviously, but it was to the extent that it's the idea of being able to, be your, I guess, maybe my anxiety falls with the fact that I don't know who I truly am.
Sure.
If that makes sense.
I get that way too, man. A lot of times you reflect and it's just well, who really am I? I wear all these hats. I have all these responsibilities and roles. I'm a dad. I'm a significant other. I'm a boss. I'm also an employee.
I'm a fucking boss.
Not like that. But you know
yes,
what I mean? But really, who is Drew? Deep down. People say I'm a good person. Sometimes I don't feel like I am, though.
See, at least you have those other things to latch on to. I have an Xbox.
Yeah, that's fun.
But now I don't like to play it. So
why not?
Because I'm not a gamer. I wasn't.
You don't have to be. Rob, you can play video games and not be a gamer. You can sing in the shower and not be a singer.
I get that.
But you are a showerer.
Well, that's funny that you bring that up because I was gonna. That's one of the things that I can't believe that we went this direction because I was thinking about bringing this up on the way here.
I'm a psychic as well. That's all.
When it comes down to how do you get back parts of yourself from when you were younger. I used to love taking showers. It was something I looked forward to. I didn't look at it as like a chore or whatever.
Right.
I don't even take showers. I take baths now.
At least you're cleaning yourself.
But it's not as often as it probably should be.
Your hair looks good today.
Yeah, I took a bath two nights ago.
What do you do in these baths? Do you light candles? Do you dim the lights?
Sometimes I do light candles.
Do you feel like the corners of your body, explore yourself, really get to know yourself outside and inside? I'm not talking like you're like putting fingers up your butt, but I mean like, picking your nose maybe. My sister's called me. Hold on. Should I answer this? You want to talk to my sister?
Yeah, sure. Put her on.
Hey, you're on my podcast. What's up?
Hey, so besides a pop toys, what
Yep.
else is Madison into? Because I surely can't find them anywhere.
They're at Target, dog.
I'm at Walmart. I've been working all day and working overtime all week. I don't really feel like going to another store. They have Star Wars pop toys here. Is she into Star Wars?
Target is right next to Walmart, Julia. You're really not you're not making a great effort at being an aunt here.
I'm on her side.
That's a joke. You're on my podcast. I said before, this is for entertainment values. Dude, I don't.
It's fine.
She
I'll
likes-
just go to Target.
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Calm down.
I don't know.
She likes a series of unfortunate event books. She has the first 3.
Okay.
Okay. Hey, can I quick ask you a question real quick? So, me and Rob are kind of talking about religion.
Oh dear Lord. Okay.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
thing, dear Lord. You were at one point in your life you conformed to a religion for a relationship, correct? And you abided by the rules.
Yes.
Things necessarily didn't work out, and then you changed paths pretty quickly.
Yes.
Did you feel your religion was very like part of a ritual? What drove you away from it?
Well, I mean, I tried to.
Besides the
several
cycles that
times
you
to,
were
walk away
associated with.
from it, but then was guilted back into it by his family, which is why I kept practicing. So then
Shit's getting
once
deep.
the relationship was over, there was, and even like at the beginning, there was still a lot of guilt associated with not going.
Okay.
But I mean, at first it had a lot to do with I didn't stop going because I didn't want to see any of his family because it was uncomfortable. But then, like, the more I stayed away from it, the more I realized how lonely it was. Like that
Wow.
particular.
Did you feel like a better person when
you feel
you
like
were
a better person?
practicing?
I mean, I don't feel like I'm a horrible person now that I'm not practicing it. That's.
But
for
when
sure.
you were practicing, did you feel like did you feel better? Did you feel like
Did you feel like you would beat me to heaven?
Did I feel like a better person while I was practicing it? No, because I felt like they discriminated against everyone.
Oh, your religion is very specific to stuff like that, though.
Did you knock on people's
Yeah.
doors?
She did. Okay. During the time when you were on this religion, when people knocked on your door, was it annoying?
Nobody knocked on my door while I was
I wonder why.
practicing it, 'cause-
Once you're in the club, they
because
give you a
I was
sticker.
already in it.
I'm just kidding.
Like, they have our addresses.
Yeah. All right. Well, I don't know if that helped our conversation, but thank you. I'll see you tomorrow.
You're welcome.
Yeah, a series of
What time
unfortunate
am I supposed
events.
to be there? Yeah, I'm trying to find that. I'm not. Walmart's book selection is really sad.
Well,
Wow.
Walmart's clientele doesn't read a lot.
Fond du Lac's book
Yeah.
selection is pretty sad.
I don't know. Just
I'll figure it out.
okay. I actually have to go there later too and get your
Okay,
kids' stuff.
goodbye.
Wait. Is Michael going to be there tomorrow?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll get him something. All right. Thanks.
Okay.
Yeah, bye.
Yeah, bye. Yeah, bye.
Well, I don't know if that was constructive or not, but
Sure, why
hey,
not?
We tried.
No birthdays? Why is she getting gifts?
Christmas.
Oh, I thought that. Never mind. Okay.
What?
I just thought it wasn't celebrated.
She's not in that religion anymore.
Oh, yeah.
She left it.
Yeah, so I mean, we don't have to go down this road of whether religion is, if it works for people, that's fine. I just don't know why people like why you need to have like.
I'm just interested to see why you felt the way you did.
I have a real problem with judgment and a lot like like
I do too.
There's like a lack of justice to it, in my opinion. That it's like you take this thing, you interpret it the way you want to interpret it, or your church does, and then you decide that you're better than whether you say it or not. There's plenty of religious people that are like, no, we're not like that. We're not like that. We're not like that. And it's like, yeah, but you kind of, maybe not on your surface, you're not. Like, maybe you as a person, you're not. But as a collective, more often than not, there is this thing where it's like, because we follow based on our interpretation of what is right. And, like, if you don't do it, like, I'm sorry, there shouldn't need to be a huge book of parables or whatever the hell it is to tell you that doing like killing people is wrong, or stealing is wrong, or this is wrong. And there's plenty of wrong things being done in the Bible that are not considered wrong. But it's like there's you don't do unto others is the only rule, really, right?
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, what do we need more than that?
I guess not.
And I don't know. I'm trying to figure out if I had a bad like experience with one of the churches I went to, or even when I was a young
maybe
kid.
some childhood trauma in there, or a bad like experience that's tainting your view on things.
Something, yeah. Like I'm wondering if maybe I just didn't like I took something and
maybe you misinterpreted. Something.
That's what I'm saying.
Well.
Like I took something that I heard in one of like because I tried a lot of different churches. I used to really ponder like a couple of my good friends from back then are very religious, and even my I have my aunt, my cousins and stuff, they're religious. And like people talk about this thing called faith. You have to have faith.
Yeah, like what is faith?
And in my opinion, faith it's really kind of like this ability to defy logic and believe in something without questioning it. And like I can't do that. I have to question why do you think this is right? What makes this righter than this? Who's telling you this is right? How do you know that they're right? How do you know they're there?
Do you have faith in yourself, Rob?
No.
Why not? If
I knew, I would have faith in myself.
If you were in a crowded area, you saw somebody getting attacked in front of you in a group of people. Nobody else is doing anything at the same time. Like they're watching this all unfold. What would you do?
Yeah, I don't know.
Because there's a thing where everyone else in the group thinks someone else is going to step in, but then ultimately, and then nobody does.
And honestly, like I can't put this in terms of very professional.
He's chewing my shoe.
Very good dog.
Cone-headed asshole.
Yes, he's wearing a cone, and it's hilarious when he's. But yeah,
the wall all the time with it.
The closest I can come to with this particular like hypothetical is bullying, and I've stepped in and I've let people get bullied. I've done both.
Okay.
I feel worse when I do nothing, but I feel stupider when I do something.
Right. Maybe it's the vulnerability again, though, too. Because you're putting yourself out there to try to help a person out, and it might not go your way.
Yeah, I never feel good about either decision,
Why is that?
I don't know.
When you were a kid, did you receive a lot of compliments? Were you given praise?
Probably.
Okay.
I have no reason to be the way I am.
Sure you do. There's reasons why you are the way you are.
Yeah, I know. My therapist says the same thing.
There's experience, but there's experiences you've had or interactions with people that have guided you down this road of, I think again, even though you like you said, you're trying to find who you are, you don't even know who you are. You have to figure out who you are first, Rob, before you can turn yourself over to a faith. I think the opposite. I think you're going to find yourself through you. you're not gonna figure out who you are through different groups because that you've tried so many different ones and none of them have worked out.
Well, yeah, I don't think I'll find myself through a religious group, but
I'm just saying in groups in general.
But how do you like if I? But I need to figure out what I like. What do you wake up like? Okay, how do you know when you wake up in the morning and you don't have to work? How do you know what you like to do?
How do I know what I like to do?
Yeah.
You try things. You have interests.
Exactly.
So what are your interests? What do you mean you don't know? You like to podcast.
Yes.
You like to write. You like to think of punchlines. You like to develop materials in your head or write it down. I know for a fact you have some scripts, some chapters of things that you want to work on.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like, okay, like, and maybe like one of the things is
we're really trying to get into who is Rob today, I guess.
Yeah, we shouldn't do this.
It happens this is what happens when we drink disgusting ass drinks.
Yeah, I guess so, right? But
I keep like reaching. I'm like, all right, maybe this time it won't be as bad.
It's never
and every
better.
time it's just fucking horrible.
Yeah, the first sip was really an indication of what's to come, and it's a tall can too.
It's like something you drink in high school.
Yeah,
it's gross. It's gross.
I even like sugary drinks. Like this is too much on so many different levels.
Yeah, it's not.
Well, that's the reason. Like I look like okay, I have the Meetup app.
Yeah.
It's kind of just to try new things to figure. Because if you don't try new things, like
how many things have you tried?
I have tried none.
Okay,
but
because you're too afraid, Rob. You gotta.
Actually, it's a lack of money.
All right.
Well,
but you know that has
because I joined that app and then I lost my job.
Find an event and I'll go with you to it. I don't care what it is. It can be LARPing. It can be.
You'll go LARP with me?
I will LARP with you.
Because I'm excited to try LARPing.
I will bring my D&D character back, which is in a previous episode. I was a gnome named Motherfucker. And that's who I'll be.
All right. I'm down for that. See, that sounds fun to me.
Okay. So what's wrong with that?
There was nothing wrong with that. But that's the thing. Like, on a day-to-day basis... on
a day-to-day basis, man, I just look forward to 3 o'clock every single day, man.
But then what? Exactly. Okay, so what do you do at 3?
I leave my job. I go into my car. I drive home and put on a podcast and intrigue some thought maybe or some emotions. I turn on some tunes. I've had a bad day. I go plug in. I go to the old reliable song that always makes me happy or matches the emotion that I'm feeling.
Get up, stand up.
Whatever that is. The Space Jam theme song. You know what I mean? It matches my emotion. And then I come home and I look forward to hanging out with my kids. I look forward to hanging out with the lady in my life.
Those are cop-outs.
Yeah, maybe.
What does Drew like to do?
Honestly,
for Drew,
I'm content with just chilling and doing nothing.
Is that okay?
I think so.
See, I wish I could give that answer because I feel like that's the truth.
I'm the same, man. I want to play. I do want to play more video games, but I kind of lean towards the violent ones. So it's not always easy to play in front of the kids. But I really do. I genuinely enjoy spending time with my kids. I miss them when they're gone.
The only games I can get into is not like I don't like gun games. They're not as fun to me.
Yeah,
personally,
I like them.
I like these like story games that
I like a little bit of both.
But yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know why we're talking about this so in depth. I guess it's because I brought up the panic attack I had in church. Why are we reading so much into my panic attack that I had at church?
Because I'm interested to know why. Why? I mean,
yeah, me too, man. Me too.
Does anybody really know who they are? Do you think?
I don't know.
If people really knew who they are, they wouldn't be going to doing these things.
Yeah, they would because that's who they are.
Okay.
They enjoy doing that.
There's got to be things you enjoy doing. You enjoy doing this? This is something you look forward to every week?
It is.
At least that's what you've said. You might be lying.
No, I'm not. I do enjoy and I do look forward to doing this.
Okay. Why?
That's good. I don't know. Because it's fun to do. It's
Because you're a narcissist? You like to hear yourself talk?
quite honestly, if the microphones weren't here and we just had this conversation, I would still look forward to this every week.
We just sat down over a beer, didn't record.
But at the same time,
What's the purpose of not recording?
I don't know. Well, that's the thing. At the same time, when we're not recording and I'm sitting at home getting in my head about not whatever, I know I could just call somebody up and go hang out with them, and it would be this minus the microphones, but I don't do it.
Maybe you need to talk to people. You need to help people. You need to be like a sponsor or maybe you should dive into the world of therapy and try to help people. You like to do it. You invoke thought.
I don't know. I don't want to get into that now.
Okay.
But so let's move on. So that was the beginning of the game.
Yeah, that was the beginning of the game.
I hope I didn't put a damper on your.
You didn't. You did not.
How did you feel about the fact that I called you and I was like, I need you to pull me out of this?
I appreciate it. Makes me feel good. Someone can rely on me to make them feel good, I guess, or to. I don't know. I don't think I'm full of words of wisdom. Though a person at work recently said I said something about presents that I'm getting my kids. And I said, well, I don't know if I want to make that present from Santa because it's kind of expensive. And what if someone in their class, like their family can't necessarily afford that kind of stuff? Like, I don't want them to feel bad because why did this kid get something great and I just got a basketball from Santa? You know what I mean? So, and he's like, oh, I never thought about it like that. I was like, well, yeah. I mean,
It is an interesting way to think about it. Not wrong.
yeah. I don't want to I don't want to ruin some kid's holiday and make them feel like crap because they maybe don't have the means that I do.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I'm fucking sitting on pallets of money, but I splurged a little bit this year. Probably.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have, but I did. You know what I mean? And
Yeah. That's interesting. Did you ever have that thought as a kid? Why did my friend get this from Santa when I only got this?
You know, I don't know. I don't know. I just know. I know what it's like to be the kid that didn't get all the great things. You know what I mean? Whether it be from family or Santa or whatever. I've been there before. I've understood why I didn't. And but at the same time, like, it still kind of sucks.
Yeah. Yep.
You know what I mean? But I just don't want. I don't know. I couldn't tell you, man. It's
an interesting way to think about it. I've never heard anybody say that before.
really,
Yeah.
to me, I feel like that's like not a foreign idea though.
Never heard it before.
Really.
Yep. I've heard a lot of different reasonings why parents make that judgment call of, do I make this from us or from Santa? Never did it have anything to do with another family somewhere and what that kid's getting from quote unquote Santa.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a pretty deep thought. In my opinion, that's a pretty it's a pretty awesome way to think about it, actually.
I'm like a philosopher.
Yeah. Christmas philosopher Drew.
Yeah, I don't know. I just
What other words of wisdom about Christmas philosophy does Drew have?
not much because I'm not really a huge Christmas fan. So
We'll cut that out and we'll just put chirps in.
watch Home Alone.
Put crickets in.
Home Alone's a good movie.
It is a good movie.
We did some Christmas trivia last night, Rob. So I help out this local coffee shop, cafe,
bar.
Great. Yeah, I guess you could consider it a bar. They serve beer and wine, but that's not the focus.
Do they serve sneaky tiki?
They don't serve that shit. No, it's fucking. Even when you burp, it's disgusting.
Yeah, it is.
But So I host these. I brought up one time. I was like, hey, we should do a trivia night. We should try some office trivia. And then it turned into a bunch of other, like, it turned into a regular trivia thing.
Should you do Seinfeld yet?
No.
All right, let me know. I'll give you some questions.
We'll do Seinfeld. We've done Office, Parks and Rec, Friends, Disney.
Californication.
Yeah, that'd be a good one. And then we did this one yesterday, Christmas movie trivia or whatever. Go through the things. It was really good. And then at the end, of every game or at the end of the whole thing,
Yep.
there's the wager question.
Yep. The big money question.
The big money question. We go, you have this many points, so on, so on. Now write down your wager before we ask the final question. You have to put down at least 1 point.
Yep.
You don't know what the question is, but you're wagering.
Yep.
And most people just go all in, The question that we asked was, what was the name of the film? Tends to be a harder question.
Mm-hmm.
What was the name of the film that Kevin watched in Home Alone?
Oh, wow. I don't even know.
The answer is Angels with Filthy Souls.
Wow. Never heard of it. Did
film-
anybody get that?
No. Nobody got it. And every single team, except for one, bet all their points.
Smart team.
So they all got 0 except for one. They're the winners. It was pretty funny.
That is a tough question.
Hey, that's what we give them a warning. We say you don't know the question. It's harder. Like, you play strategically.
I think even Jeopardy would be like, well, these guys are serious.
Yeah, we mean it.
What was the name of the Home Alone movie? Wow. Angels with Filthy Souls?
Yeah.
I want to watch that.
I don't think that's a real movie.
Oh.
Keep the change, you filthy animal.
Wings of Desire.
Yeah. But
What's that one with? Is it Wings of Desire? That's the one where Columbo's an alien.
dude, I don't
Or
know.
an alien.
Who the fuck
An
is
angel.
Who's Columbo?
Columbo. What's his name? Peter.
Peter O'Rourke?
No, it's the guy who played Columbo plays himself as an angel that
Okay.
no one can see. It's a really good movie. Wings of Desire. Check it out. Europa. Check it out. It's a trilogy. Check it out.
Anyway, so there was like this big, like, just awkward silence after I said it because everyone knew they got it wrong.
Yep.
And then I go, oh, this team is the winner, whatever. And there's just quiet. And I'm like, well, thanks for coming. And that kind of got a little bit of a laugh. And then these two people came out of nowhere and they're like, hey, you're the guy with the loud voice. Because I don't have a microphone during this. I yell.
Yep.
I have to yell. And
Why don't you bring a microphone?
because they don't have the right input for what I have. And I don't feel like spending money on.
Make them spend it.
I should. That would make sense.
Yes, it would.
Anyways, we had to she got me. It was like an inside joke. She wanted to take a big video of saying like, "Hey John, are you holding out on us?" She wanted like a group of us to say that.
Okay.
I don't know why. I don't know the context of it, but I organized it. And then there was these two older ladies. One of these ladies smuggled in her own White Claw. She had to be in her later 40s.
It's got to be frowned upon.
Oh, of course. You can't just come into an establishment fucking bringing your own booze like that.
She was like, I remember Prohibition. This is
She
how
might
it
have-
works.
She was late 40s, early 50s, I would say. So you can tell she was probably drinking beforehand. She was drinking press after that, which is essentially a White Claw, but we sell press versus the White Claws. And whatever, she's tipsy and shit.
What's better, Sneaky Tiki or White Claw?
I'd probably say a White Claw. But she goes, oh, I feel like I've been held out on. She says it to me. This is after
She wants you.
it gets better.
I didn't even have facial tics, and I know what's going on.
This is what she said. She was like, I feel like I've been held out on. And I'm just like, okay, whatever, lady. And then I'm putting some of the beers that we didn't sell and putting them back in the cooler. Because we just like brought out like a tub full of ice with it.
Cool on the floor, bend over.
No, I didn't bend over.
Okay,
But
just wondering.
But
just trying to get a picture.
I'm putting
a mental.
It's
picture.
it's a big like chest cooler.
Yeah,
thing.
I got you.
So I'm putting them back in there, and then she like at some point in time, she must have like grabbed one of the beers out of the tub that I had and put it in her pocket. And then she comes up to me and goes, "Oh, look, I stole a beer." Blah, blah, blah. She's all like fucked up or whatever. And I was just like, "Oh, you should take your skills to the bank." You know, like just as a joke. And then I'm like putting them away. And then she starts grabbing the other ones and putting them away next to me. And she's like, "I'm no thief. I'm a born again believer." And she's like,
I'm a born again believer.
That's what she said. And I was like, all right, that's great. And then I'm trying to put the beers away. She's still putting beers. And then she starts like fucking rubbing my back. And this whole time, Carissa is 4 feet away from me. She's not even looking. I'm like looking at her.
You need to step in and
I need some defense.
Yeah.
I need some help. I need someone to step in and save me. While
somebody needs
lady,
to step in and slap a bitch.
While this lady is manhandling me, or or woman handling, however you want to call it, she's touching me, and she's just face deep in someone's status on Facebook.
I thought you were gonna say someone's stash.
No.
It's like, man, this is a weird trivia event.
I'm looking at her. I was like, what the hey, like, fucking this lady is touching me.
Step in,
and then
claim your territory.
And I was like, all right, well, whatever. And then I dispersed, and then I kind of hid, and then I grabbed my jacket and we left. It was really
so would it have made you feel good if Carissa would have gotten in between you and this lady and been like, whoa, back off?
I would have think that would be funnier, I think.
Would it have made you feel good about
yeah.
Because sometimes women can be down and get
Because
down. They don't like that show of aggression. Like
it's like, I get.
What if she just came in heavy with a brick? Right to the side of that person's head.
That'd be a little much. But it's like,
Good to know. We're just trying to find out where your line is.
Why is it that
Where's your cone, buddy?
Why if I'm gonna get hit on by somebody that isn't my significant other because I've reached perfection, I've gotten what I need in life and what I want in life, and I've found my soulmate and things like that.
Just took a Packer game and a lot of beer.
Shut up. If somebody's going to hit on me, like, why has it got to be some old hag?
Dude, I don't even get that.
I think she would have been interested.
Well, thank you. Thank you for that. But I don't have your body. We haven't switched. We haven't done our
trick where we switch bodies.
Yeah.
Do we have to switch organs as well?
I'll keep my lungs just
I was going to say, I don't know. The swollen finger too is a little much,
isn't it? I never realized how big it is until
it is huge. You need to drain it.
I just went in again. They didn't tell me to do that.
I don't know what kind of doctors you're seeing.
Yeah, they are probably wrong. It is St. Agnes, dude. Phil, what's up?
You don't mean that because of the religious?
No, I don't. No, I mean that because of the track record of our hospital.
It's not very good. Phil, get down. So yeah, that was my Christmas trivia experience. Phil, maybe he'll stop humping you at least because
hopefully
his testicles have been removed.
Yeah, at least I have Phil's endorsement.
But great thing now is without his balls, I now have
them in a jar somewhere.
I have them in a jar, and we can start working on those dog nuggets.
All right, we've got molds. We've got our prototypes.
We'll give them in all colors. Like if you want to put some. We'll make ones with spots. We'll have one with like little white marks or green ones if you want.
Faded.
Yeah, all sorts of different
two-tone
varieties of fabricated dog testicles. Yeah, but the vet that did it, he's never going to that vet again.
Where'd you go? Oh, you probably don't want to negatively.
Dude, I just don't like. They don't. The people up front aren't like super. Like, they're not nice.
Yeah, there was a place I went once with my dog back in the day.
Well, they're just like, she's just like,
and seriously, I walked up and I was like, I forget what I said, but they were like straight up assholes.
It's probably the same place.
And I was like, how are you guys still in business? You basically just told me to go fuck myself because my dog's sick. Like, you're a vet.
So Phil,
don't you live for that shit?
They're not supposed to like, you're not supposed to feed your dog or whatever the night before.
Yep.
Or whatever. And then when they asked, like, did he throw up? Has he thrown up in the last whatever? And at that time he didn't, but he of course, he chewed some of Carissa's moccasin and then he puked in her car on the way there. And then she brought that up. She goes, well, he did throw up. Is that? Oh, he'll be fine.
This beer is gonna make me throw up.
This beer is disgusting. And
I'm so sorry that I bought this.
No, it's all right.
No wonder it was on sale.
And I go in there and then I was like, well, I got him through this dog rescue organization. I believe there's some sort of incentive to get like reimbursement or something towards it. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And I didn't know that I had to pay the bill and then mail them the bill. I didn't know that. So that's my fault. But I was like, well, don't they help with some of this cost? And then she's just like, looks at me like I'm an idiot. She's like, no, we've never done that. I was like,
that's my fear why I don't ask questions.
and then I go,
man.
I was like, all right. I was like, that's fine. And then she's like, well, let me call these people. And I'm like, no. I was like, I'll take care of it. I got it. I was just asking.
Yeah.
You know?
They make it look like it physically pains them to answer your question.
And then she goes, they weren't even going to give him a cone. So he doesn't pick at his sutures or whatever. And she's like, well, does he lick a lot? I was just like, yeah, he's a dog.
Yeah.
And then she goes, do you want a cone? And I was like,
he chewed a damn moccasin on the way here. You think his balls are any different?
right. I was just like, yeah, of course I want a cone.
I didn't know I had to ask.
I was like, you think I want to come back here and pay the same price to have his sack stapled up again or whatever? And then she picks up the phone and is just like, can we get a cone on Phil? And she rolls her eyes.
See, that's my worry about asking. I'm going to go to St.
Well, that's not your...
Do I need to drain my finger? And they go, do you really think you need to? Can we get a needle up here, please?
That's not your fault. But that's them. That's more on them than it is on you, Rob. That doesn't make you a bad person
This coming from the guy who can't say, I ordered honey mustard.
I'm taking a new ride on the Taste Bud adventure, Rob. I'm not being provided with physical pain and trying to alleviate
I didn't want this strawberry rhubarb beer.
Maybe it would have been the best rhubarb beer I ever had, Rob.
There's 1,000 reasons not to do something.
When it comes to pain and the size of your finger that I'm looking at right now, I think you need to seek other fucking medical attention.
It doesn't even look that big to me.
Are you kidding me?
I'm used to it.
It's huge. Look at his finger.
No, it's not that big.
Yes, it is. Oh my God.
Why is it so bad? What did you do?
I stuck in an exhaust fan at work.
It's bad, Rob. You have to drain it. Does it hurt?
No.
That is so swollen.
Dude, there's something wrong. You got to drain it.
They told me to ice it.
Take a picture and send it to my mom.
Yeah, her mom's a nurse.
All right.
This is like WebMD.
Not Ed.
Yeah, for going forward, anytime there's something wrong, like if you have a bump on your nuts or whatever, take a picture, send it to me, and I'll send it to Chris's mom. Yeah,
that's not a door you want to open.
Your finger's fucked up.
It is what it is.
And you need to see a different doctor.
They had me going in a...
Is his last name Pepper?
Yeah, it is. Should I not have gone?
That guy...
It's only 50 cents a visit.
Yeah.
Recently with my HMO, 65.
What did they tell you to do for that?
Ice it sometimes and
Awesome.
try and keep the nail on as long as possible.
I don't know. There's something wrong with it though. But speaking of things that are wrong, we drank the Sneaky Tiki Killer Punch, and it's killer because it's gonna rot your intestines.
Oh, it will rot you out from the inside out. Yes.
Rob,
Remember at the beginning when I said that hint of nutmeg worries me? I was right to be worried.
I think you were wrong. I think the whole concoction, the nutmeg. Yeah, maybe the nutmeg just made
it's like
that much worse. A little bit worse.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Whatever brewery that made this. Rockwell. We apologize for not liking it.
You missed the mark. We'll try a different beer from you. We can't like them all.
You really missed the mark.
Yeah, you did.
If you're, I'm not even gonna say it. It's gross. This is the first beer that we.
Are you making beer for kindergartners here?
I was gonna say if you're in high school and you're looking to get drunk, maybe lean towards this. But it's gross.
So you were worried about saying high schoolers. I went kindergartner and had no problem.
So It's just not for me, Rob. It's not for me.
It's not for me either.
This is going to be the first beer that I literally dump.
Yeah, we are dumping.
I'm not finishing it.
I'm not finishing
I've had
mine
like
either.
a total of 4 sips, and I can't.
My stomach hurts.
Yeah, mine does a little bit too.
Yeah,
So
bad one.
So there's that. So now
Do we want to wait and hear how if
She's a slow typer.
we might be waiting.
hear what's wrong with my finger, or what I should do?
The diagnosis
Get
is
some ice on that stat.
the diagnosis is
Stab
that
it.
finger is fucked. She wouldn't say that. She doesn't say the F word.
Yep.
She'll say any other word, but the
I thought
F
it looked a
word.
lot. I thought it had been looking pretty
A
good.
lot of other words she would say.
Yeah.
She wouldn't say it.
What's your favorite swear word?
Fuck.
Yeah, really? There's so much things you can do with fuck. You know what I mean? Like, you can be like, fuck, man.
can
like,
be good, it can
like
be
worry,
bad.
like, or like you can like scratch off that thing and then you just won 10 grand. You're like, oh fuck.
My thing is like if I stub my toe, if I get hurt, I'm like fuck.
Shit's kind of the same way though.
Shit, man.
Oh, shit.
Wow. That wasn't even rehearsed.
Yeah.
We're on the same wavelength right
My mom
there.
was typing and now she's not.
She was typing,
She's
but she's not
speechless.
because she's never seen.
She's letterless.
She's never seen a finger so engorged that she's just gonna send a picture of scissors. Cut it off. Cut it off. All right. The finger conclusion for next week's episode of Dudes with Brews on a Porch.
Cliffhanger.
Things got heavy and then lightened up.
Yeah. As
You feel better about yourself, Rob?
Yeah. I wore this blazer, didn't I?
One thing is for sure, Rob. No matter what, no matter who you are, whether you're feeling like a good person, a bad person, whatever kind of person you're feeling, you are 3 times more comfortable
That's very true.
than any other person that's feeling that same emotion.
That's what gets me through the day.
The
really.
power of MeUndies.
Yes. It is. It is very powerful.
It is very powerful. So
If you take anything from this episode, take that. And that sneaky tea sucks.
it's horrible.
It's so bad.
Horrible. They need to stop now. It should be illegal. My tum hurts.
Also, MeRunsies.
Yeah.
Subscribe.
I haven't ran this week because I've had a cold. Oh, we got a thing? All right.
I thought about running with you, actually, starting to run with you.
Ice is correct. Soak in water with ice and bowl. Ibuprofen. Does he feel a lot of pressure in the nail area? No, I just say, in his soul, he feels a lot of pressure. Did they bore hole in nail? No, they didn't.
No.
They should. That's why I'm saying.
Doesn't feel like it's pressure. I don't feel pressure.
You can see the pressure building on it, though.
I know, but I don't feel it.
We're talking about
Elevated as much as
keep elevated as much as possible. And it's the middle finger, so you can flip everybody off. I'm doing this for medical purposes, people.
I do that at work.
All right, good. We got to end this.
All right, let's get it done. Dump it. Goodbye.
Pew pew audio. Goodbye, everyone.